Hello. All right, guys, here we go. Doing a random live stream, the Florida Gators versus UCF. First of all, let me start off by saying that do not order tickets from StubHub. It is the stupidest place to buy tickets from. I was supposed to be at this game live and in person, and guess what? Unfortunately, my ticket somehow got resold, which makes absolutely no sense. I bought my ticket back on November 28, 2021, which is about 25 days ago. And guess what? My ticket got sold. Resold, I should say. So I was supposed to be front row. I was sitting in section 131, row A. Row A is basically the front row. So, I scouted the tickets very early because I figured, let me get it for, a cheaper price. Tickets were going for about 60, 70 bucks between that price and up to about 100. So I was like, let me buy them fast because regardless of who they're going to play, I'm going to make sure that I'm there live, right? So I bought mine for about 65 bucks. The fees were about 20. So it was about 85 bucks total. Cool. A couple weeks go by, nothing, everything's cool, calm, and collected. My app, the StubHub app that I bought it from, everything looks great, but I still haven't received anything via email, to go ahead and transfer the ticket over from the seller to myself. Typically, I don't worry about it too much, especially since, you know, um, usually I know that there can be situations where you get the ticket sent to you. um, they can send it to you the day of the event. They can send it to you a few days before, a week before, etc. Right? So, time goes by. Then all of a sudden today, during work, I was, having a slower day. So I said, yeah, let me check my emails real quick. Check my emails on my break. And then I see that I have a bunch of emails from StubHub. And then I have a bunch of missed calls from this random 833 number. So I don't pick up phone numbers that I'm not familiar with. So I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and see who this is. So I called back StubHub because, I figured that the emails I was receiving might have been spam or scammers or something like that. So I said, hey, I have uh, my tickets for today's game and I wanted to know, what's going on. It says that there's been something updated with my Gators ticket, my Florida Gators versus UCF ticket. And they're like, oh, yeah, well, it looks like the ticket is no longer available. And I'm saying to myself, how can a ticket that I bought 25 days ago no longer be available? They tell me, well, it looks like, maybe it could be due to C19 situations, the viral situation, or it could be that the seller decided to sell it to someone else on another website. I don't know, right? They don't want to give me any information because clearly they know the situation, but they didn't want to say it over the phone. I get a manager on the phone. The best that she can tell me is that yes, it is a human being. No, it was not sold by StubHub. It's being sold through StubHub, but the person that did sell it decided to go ahead and resell it, and they're a reputable seller. So I'm saying to myself, so because this person is a reputable seller, that means that I'm basically asked out and I lose my opportunity to be able to go ahead and, you know, to go to the live event. And he said, well, what we could do for you is we can go ahead and provide you with a replacement ticket, something of equal value. So I said, okay. I said, but when you say equal value, are you saying equal value in the sense of um, price or equal value as the sense of where I was sitting? So this person comes out and says, well, we have to match it basically dollar by dollar. I'm saying to myself, well, that doesn't seem legit because I bought my tickets a long time ago. Since I bought those tickets a long time ago, I got it for a better deal. I got my tickets for cheaper because I bought it back in November. You guys are not telling me that you're only going to match the pricing. So they wanted to offer me $130. That was it. $130 is what they wanted to offer me so that they can be able to feel like they did something for me, right? I said, listen, I bought section 131 and I bought row A. Row A is front row. So if you're giving me the opportunity to buy another ticket, but it's only going to be $130 of value that you're going to give to me, there's no way that on game day I'm going to be able to find a front row seat for like 130 something dollars. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's not even going to be possible. So how do you expect that that's going to be okay to give me that offer. And the manager from StubHub was like, well, that's all that, we can offer. We can offer up to like 130% of whatever the value is. So I'm like, bro, that makes absolutely zero sense. So what did they do? They said, well, we can offer some other alternative. We can either give you the refund back, which is not an alternative because I want to go to the event. So giving me a refund disqualifies me from doing that. The second option was for me to go to the event and they would like give me a refund, and then the other 60 something dollars they would apply it to another ticket for me to purchase. Or option three is they give me a ticket for a value of $130. So the option to get the refund doesn't help me. The option to give me $130 for another ticket doesn't help me. So the only option I'm left with is to buy another ticket, pay more money, and they're only going to give me 60 something dollars towards that ticket. So I'm saying to myself, the only closest ticket is in section 125, and I was in section 131. The only ticket that's showing available for row A is now $189 plus $51 in fees. So the ticket is going to be $240. So think about that. Do the math on that. If I have to buy another ticket for $240 to get row A yet again, right? $240. They're only going to offer me about a $63 credit towards that ticket. That means that overall I'm paying $177 for this ticket, right? Initially I paid $85, and that was with the inclusion of the fees because the ticket was about 65 plus $20 in fees. That's 85. So if you take $177 minus 85, you're basically telling me to pay an additional $92 out of pocket that I shouldn't even have to pay because I already paid for my front row seat. So you should be matching me front row seat. It should be matched seat for seat, row for row, not dollar for dollar. They didn't want to do that. They just wanted to match dollar for dollar. They didn't care about my unhappiness. They didn't care how angry I was. They didn't care how frustrated I was. They didn't give two F's about a single thing. All they cared about was, well, it's going to be like on a take it or leave it policy. We can't really offer anything else. So I'm saying to myself, so these are the only things that you guys are going to give me. You being a manager, you're going to tell me that you can't match me for the same seat, for the same row. Like, how is that? How are you even a manager? And how is a manager not having more access? So basically, I got frustrated and I said, I'm not going to take any of those deals because none of those deals are good. That's a disservice to me. And I told him, I said, and by the way, I was going to buy season tickets from you guys. And now I don't even want to buy season tickets through you guys because if I buy season tickets, what's the chances that I'm even going to be able to have the confidence that knowing that if I buy the season tickets now in 2021, that when the season starts September 2022, I'm even going to have the opportunity to even see anything from that. So basically, it's like pointless for me to take anything that they're offering me. So I was like, just give me the refund. Just give me the refund because the other options you're giving me is useless to me, right? It's useless. Like anybody think about that. You have to dish out more money on game day. Like it's not like this happened like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. It's not like it happened a few days after I purchased my ticket. It went 25 days and they waited all that time to then come and tell me today on game day, December 23rd, 2021, yo, we can't give you the ticket. Like, because unfortunately the seller pulled back and decided to resell. And I told him straight up, I said, listen, I know what this is. You guys decided that, or not you necessarily, but the seller decided that he wanted to resell it for more. He saw that what he sold it to me for was not going to be as high as and as profitable as what everyone else was selling it because everybody started ranking up those prices. They started like literally nobody bought seats until like today, and nobody bought seats until like this week. That whole game was like all the seats, including the nosebleeds, from the nosebleeds to the midsections to the front rows. The entire whole Raymond James Stadium was like seats available all through this week, all through last week, all through the week before, and the week before that. Like literally, like 80% capacity was empty. So I was like, yo, If nobody's really going to show up, then I'm going to buy it early. So I bought mine early. Bought mine 25 days ago. It was about 3.5 weeks ago. And then everybody, all of a sudden, once they found out that it was going to be Florida Gators versus UCF, all of a sudden everybody wanted to show up because it was going to be Florida versus Florida. Initially, it was going to be Florida Gators versus Tulsa, and they switched it. Instead of us playing Tulsa, they switched it to UCF. As soon as everybody found out that it was going to be that, you have your two, rivalry competitive teams within the same state. All of a sudden, everybody started buying tickets, and then all of a sudden, all the front row tickets started leaving. The middle section started leaving, and people were just buying tickets left and right this week, and also today. Today, like, there was still a whole bunch of seats that weren't sold out yet in the front sections, in the 100 sections. So I'm saying to myself, okay, it's about to be packed. Now it's going to be a good game. But guess what? Not a good game for me because I'm not even going to be at the game. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be there. So now I have to, watch it, stream it on YouTube, catch the game here play by play, and see if this game is even going to be worth watching. Because at this point, I'm super disappointed at the fact that I can't even be at the live game, bro. I should have been there front row. And right now, it looks like Gators were up initially 7-0. And then it looks like the UCF got the ball back earlier, and then they scored 6. And now it looks like um, UCF scored a field goal. So later on, it looks like it went from 6-7. Now UCF is up 9-7. And then Florida kicked the field goal. So now the score is 10-9. So the Gators are now officially up by 1 point again. They're up 10-9, 1 minute, 28 seconds left in the second quarter. But I am absolutely distraught and disappointed. And I'm not going to lie, I don't get sad easily, but this situation did make me sad, pissed off, aggravated, etc. I'm just like, why would you do that to someone? Like, why would you allow that? Like, that should have been sent to me a long time ago. And if the seller is not going to at least be how would I say, at least be uh a good Samaritan, you know what I'm saying, and just be a profitable little bitch, the least that you could do is that you can offer me a ticket with the same row, same section. Like they said, oh, the seller decided to offer you um another ticket, but it's gonna be row L and I'm in row A. And I'm like, how do I look like accepting a ticket that's 15 rows behind the row I was gonna be in when I already had my shit locked, sealed, and delivered? Well, not even delivered, locked and sealed, but not delivered because apparently it wasn't even yet transferred over, even though they're supposed to transfer it over prior to game day. And again, I bought this shit 25 days ago. So yeah, StubHub guys, not the way to go. If you're gonna buy your tickets, I'd recommend going to Ticketmaster because StubHub is an absolute shit show. They did this to me also when I drove to Louisiana. I drove to Louisiana to see LSU go up against the Gators. Gators were visiting LSU, and guess what they did? They sold my parking pass, so I had to find new parking somewhere else that was like about a 15-20 minute walk away from Tiger Stadium. And then on top of that, they almost resold my seat to get into the event, like the front row seat I was in. They were about to resell it. And I told them, if you guys resell this ticket, I will raise hell every single day that I can to StubHub. And then they made sure that the seller did not resell the ticket. However, they were not able to give me the parking pass. So what they did was they refunded me. Now, mind you, this ticket was even more expensive. This one was a $500 seat to see the Gators visiting LSU at Tiger Stadium, and the parking pass was $250. How the fuck do you sell a $250 ticket, a $250 parking pass, and then almost resell my $500 ticket? Like, you know what that is? And they were like, oh, well, we don't have no more parking pass, but the good thing is that your ticket for the event isn't sold. So, we were able to make sure that you still have that. I'm like, no, you didn't make sure of shit. Because if the seller would have decided to pull back, just like what happened today, could have happened 2 months ago when I went to go see that game. You know what I'm saying? So This is crazy. Like, guys, do not buy from StubHub. Do not buy from StubHub. Either go to Ticketmaster or like a reputable, like actual company that's gonna make sure that when you purchase the ticket, they make the ticket accessible and available to you on the spot. You don't have to be waiting 20 something days, and when your event arrives, you don't have to be worrying about that you're fucked over. Like StubHub sometimes will double sell tickets. They would double sell tickets. It happens often. When I went to the Alabama versus the Florida Gators game, as a matter of fact, back, when the season, first started, it was like game 3 for the Gators. Um, this guy was telling me that he had bought front row seats. They said he didn't, so they tried to tell him to go to the nosebleeds. He went to the nosebleeds for like a short period of time, and then once he saw that there was no security, he just walked his ass downstairs and walked to the front row. Why? Because somebody resold his seat. So he's like, fuck this. They resold my seat. Well, guess what? I'm going to sit in the front. I was thinking of doing that tonight because like I would have legitimacy. But the thing is that the only reason why I didn't do it tonight is because I knew that with the Raymond James Stadium, it's different from the stadium in Gainesville. Raymond James, they have like a lot more security. They have a lot more people watching. So if you try to go to the front and it doesn't look like you have the ticket, they're gonna probably ask you like, "Hey, are you supposed to be here?" Et cetera, et cetera, right? And I didn't want to go all the way over there to try to create a situation where now not only did my ticket get sold, but then also it's like, I'm going from one section to another section to try to like, create, a riot or a situation that's just gonna end up, turning to be stupid. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna even bother with all that crap. I'm already disappointed at the fact that I can't be there. It's gonna be worse if I show up and then, they try to tell me, "Oh, you can't stay here," or they try to escort me out or some other shit. So I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. So, um, I figured, why even bother? I just asked for the refund tonight. I said, "Yo, give me the refund to my ticket. Give me the refund to the pass, to the parking pass. This shit is not worth it. Like you guys, are the worst. I'm not." And then the other thing is this: what if I would have bought the new ticket? And after I buy the new ticket, the new seller screws me over as well. Pause. Like, what happens if in that situation you get screwed, right? Because the new seller, is still got to do it through StubHub. And the way that the tickets were selling so fast, it's like they might try to pull it back again and resell it again. So I'm not gonna take the risk of paying another 240 or 180 or $177, whatever the fuck they wanted me to pay. I'm not gonna pay that additional amount to then get screwed once again and then end up in a situation where I gotta call them again, potentially get another refund or get another reimbursement or get another, credit or whatever, and then still not end up at the game. So I'm like, that's stupid. Why even go through all that bullshit? So I said, you know what? Tonight's not the night. I'm not going. Fuck it. So I'm streaming it here. Scores 10-9. Right now, the Gators are up. It's 56 seconds left in the second quarter. It's about to go to halftime. And I'm just gonna give live updates here because some people may not even be able to watch this game. So might as well just give you guys the play-by-play updates so that it just at least I can keep you guys updated because I'm not gonna get to see it live. I was actually gonna try to see if I could find a way to stream the game at the game live. Like I was gonna be front row, so I was gonna try to stream, like on my phone. I was gonna see if I could stream me being front row so that it can go to all the platforms and you guys can watch this game as if you were right there with me in the front row seat. I was gonna try to do that, but unfortunately, I can't even test that out because looks like, you know, it's okay to screw people over. Pause. No pun intended, but it's okay to just, oh yeah, let's just be a terrible human being. And because we want to profit, let's go ahead and resell. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But yeah, it's a crazy situation. I mean, I just, I gave that opportunity to go ahead and buy it through the StubHub app, and unfortunately, um, this shit has been a shit show. Like buying through StubHub has been an absolute shit show. So, guys, unfortunately, well, fortunately and unfortunately. So, fortunately, I will be giving you the score update. It's 10-9. Right now, it's the second quarter. Gators versus UCF at Raymond James Stadium today in Tampa Bay. I was supposed to be at the game, and StubHub allowed the seller to screw me out of the ticket that I bought 25 days ago. And unfortunately, they didn't give me any solace. They didn't give me any real resolution. They gave me other suggestions and ideas of how to obtain another ticket. They offered some credits and stuff like that, but none of that shit was gonna offer me an opportunity to get the same row and to be able to get it where I have to pay nothing additional. They basically wanted me to pay additional money to attend the Florida Gators versus UCF game tonight. So I am not at the game tonight. I'm streaming it. The score is 10-9 at the moment. It is the second quarter. But as far as StubHub goes, they can, shove both middle fingers up their ass. For all I care, they can shove dildos, king size dicks, and boots up their ass. Because for them to have screwed this situation up this bad, is a complete clusterfuck. I was supposed to be at the game tonight, front row with the Gator costume to support the Gators, to go out there and see the team live. I was going to try to stream it live for you guys as well in the front row seats. And unfortunately, that's not going to be able to happen. Why? All because StubHub decided that they're not going to give me the ticket that I bought 25 days ago and allow the seller to benefit from the situation because the seller wanted a profit. So because the seller wanted a profit, I basically am not in the game today. So right now, score is 10-9. The Gators are up right now at the moment. Just waiting to see if there's any further action. Right now, there hasn't been any score changes just yet. And currently, I am just viewing the game here from home. Viewing the game from home, unfortunately, because StubHub screwed me and the seller screwed me. Pause. No pun intended. So, yeah. 10-9, guys. 10-9. December 23rd, 2021 on Christmas Eve. If you guys have ever experienced this kind of shit show with StubHub, please let me know. By the way, guys, if you guys would like to support me and show feedback, I'm going to give you the website, excuse me, not the website, the email, so that you can go ahead and show support. So yeah, they provided me an email. The email that they provided me, I'm gonna go ahead and say it here verbally so that anyone who wants to show support, you guys can send a complaint via email to StubHub, just like I want to do. Um, I'm definitely going to be super thorough. So, for those of you who would like to show support, the email is your feedback matters at stubhub.com. Your feedback matters at stubhub.com. I'm going to put it here in the comments so that you guys can be able to leave feedback. Leave them very, very bad negative feedback about their services and about how they screwed a fan of the Gators out of going out there and representing for the team. So here is the email. This is what was provided to me today so that we can be able to go ahead and put complaints. This is the email. Your feedback matters with an S, matters with an S at stubhub.com. So please, if you guys want to show me support, this is where you can send your complaints. Let them know that you are filing a complaint because of the fact that the sellers out here are not upholding their part of the bargain when it comes to selling tickets. And, you know, A customer should not have to be at the mercy of the seller because the seller chose to change their mind. It should not be that way. It should be that once the ticket is sold, right? And I suggested this, and they said that they have reps that have suggested this too, but yet StubHub has not made a decision to change their policies, and that goes to show you that every rep I spoke to tried to cover StubHub's ass by saying, "Well, it's not StubHub's fault." Well, then whose fault is it? It's not the seller's fault. It is, but it isn't. Because the seller is only going to play by the rules that you set. If you don't set any rules, the seller is going to do whatever they want, which is what they did in the situation. They basically said, well, I sold it for cheaper. Everybody else is profiting. I'm going to pull that seat back and I'm going to go ahead and sell, I'm going to go ahead and resell it for more. And StubHub has no guidelines on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what needs to be implemented is this. If I buy a seat through your website, you need to give the seller 7 days to transfer the ticket, period. 7 days. If that event is more than 2 weeks away, you need to provide the buyer that ticket within 7 days. And if you don't provide that within 7 days, then at that point, you need to go ahead and tell the customer they have the opportunity to either cancel or they can wait a little bit longer. And if they decide to wait a little bit longer, you should provide additional backup where it says, okay, if the event is 20 days or more, 30 days or more, 6 months or more, the seller has X amount of time to provide the ticket. Not 2 weeks before the event, not 1 week before the event, not 24 hours before the event. You know what I'm saying? It has to be on the spot within a 7 day period of when the ticket was purchased. That ticket needs to be supplied, period. There shouldn't be any reason why in 25 days that ticket wasn't transferred and then on game day the seller has the opportunity to pull back. If anything, what that should do is the seller should be charged a restock fee, and then on top of that, that way they won't be stupid enough to pull the ticket back. Charge them a restock fee, or charge them a fee, charge them a seller's cancellation fee for not providing the ticket and for deciding to resell. And then when they go to resell, charge them another fucking fee on top of that. And then refund the customer their money and also give them an additional credit to apply towards any future events. Because what they wanted to do was they wanted me to accept a refund and then a credit for this event. I told them this event doesn't have any more seats available in row A, so the credit that you're giving me is not going to be enough for me to get the seat that I need. So why don't you give me that credit towards another game? And their response was, well, unfortunately, we can only apply the credit to this one. So then if you can only apply it to this one, then give me a bigger credit. If you can't apply a bigger credit, then let me apply the credit to a future, for the Gators game. So no, they won't give you a bigger credit. They won't let you apply it to another event. And then on top of that, the seller gets to screw people out of their tickets. So that needs to change. There needs to be a delivery process for when you receive these tickets. This should not be a situation that I should have been in today. Right now, I'm watching this on live stream. Why should I be watching this on live stream? Right? So, guys, if you want to support Your Feedback Matters at StubHub.com, send in your complaints to Your Feedback Matters at StubHub.com, because this has been a fucked up situation. This fucked up my mood. Not only that, I left work early 2 hours so that I could get prepped for this. So I left work out 2 hours early. So that's 2 hours less than I'm getting paid at work, in order for me to be able to be out here so that I can make sure I could show up at the parking early, show up at the stadium early, and have a great time. And now this has snowballed into a situation where not only did I lose 2 hours of work pay, not only did I not get to go to the game, but now also this leaves me with a bad experience. And not only that, this is the final game of the season for the Gators. You know what I'm saying? They played the regular season already, and they basically had one game left, which was this one. It was the bowl game, and now I can't even attend. You know what I'm saying? So terrible. This is absolutely fucking terrible. I don't know what to say, but this has been a complete buzzsaw. What are your thoughts? Does anybody want to drop a comment? Does anybody want to join the stream? Does anybody have any type of advice or suggestions or ideas of what I should enter into this email when I send the feedback? Does anybody have a corporate contact number for StubHub? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me know if you guys know a way that I can put them on blast. Because right now I'm putting them on blast with this broadcast. But if you can let me know even more ways that I should be implementing to, put these guys on the map, and not in a good way, put them on the map in a bad way, please let me know. I'd be happy to hear suggestions and ideas. I'd be happy to know, what's going on, and I'd be happy to know exactly what I should do so that I can be able to make sure that I get the opportunity. If you guys have any ideas and any suggestions, let me know. If you want to show support, your feedback matters at StubHub.com. Send your complaints. Let them know that it is unfair, it is unjustifiable for someone to be screwed out of a ticket because the seller made a decision to change their mind and to not commit to the initial price of what they sold it for. I cannot tell you enough how upset I am right now. Cannot tell you enough. So yes, comments, like, comment, subscribe. I'm streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. I am not going to be streaming on Facebook anymore because unfortunately Facebook is another thing I can't stand. Yep, so right now, guys, I am streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. I am streaming right now. Right now, I am streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. I am not streaming on Facebook because Facebook is a complete shit show. And every time I try to stream there, they're always saying that, oh, you're going against their guidelines and this and that. It's like you got to be like rated E for everyone. It's like you can't even talk on Facebook Live anymore. So if anybody wants to join, guys, join me on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. If you need the links, let me know. I'll send them to you via direct message. But right now, I am ranting because I am very pissed off and frustrated at the situation that I am not at this game that I've waited over a month to attend, and yet I cannot go because StubHub screwed me over. So if you want to attend, I am on live stream right now. This is just an unbelievable situation right now. Like, I just can't believe that I'm not at a game that I waited for so long. I waited for this game for so damn long. Like, this is the final game of the season. Score is 10-9. It's at halftime right now. But I can't believe that, like, a company can just get away with this kind of shit. Like, it just amazes me that I'm actually at home, not able to see the game live. Unbelievable results after I promoted it too to everybody. I promoted it to all my friends, all my fans, all my followers, all my live streamers. And unfortunately, it's just like, it's crazy, dog. It's just crazy to me. An unbelievable day, bro. An unbelievable day. This is crazy. But yep, this is what it is. right now I'm in like complete disbelief. Like it's just I just don't even know what to even think or say about it. But I'm in like complete disbelief. Like it's crazy because like I was super hyped about this game. I was sharing it to family members via text, letting them know, "Yo, watch me on watch me on the TV." You know what I'm saying? Watch me on the TV, and nobody's gonna be able to watch me on the TV. Yeah. So right now, looks like Gators are score is still 10-9 if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check the score really quick. Let's see. It's crazy. Yep, it's still 10-9. It's still halftime right now. You know, this was one game I really wanted to go out there and see. Shit, I was even thinking of tailgating at this game, but nope, not at this time. I'm seeing so many pictures too and videos of people like super happy, you know, and me not happy. Definitely not happy. Score still 10-9. Streaming it from home. Not watching it at the moment because it's halftime, but streaming it from home because unfortunately my ticket got resold, so not able to watch front row like I was supposed to. Front row, guys, front fucking row. You know what it is to have a front row seat? Like I've been there, I've been front row plenty of times for the Gators this season, but to be there against a rivalry team like that, like UCF, like the way I was for Alabama, the way I was there for Tennessee, the way I was, for LSU, you know, I love the experience. For me, it's not even just like you gave me my money back. That's not gonna make me happy because for me, it's like you took the whole experience away. This was gonna be, new videos, new photos, new memories, new experience. This was gonna be, you know, more things that I could post on my social media to share with others. This was gonna be an opportunity for me to be there and make other people happy as well. Because every time I go to games, whether it's Gators or whether it's the opposing team, people are always happy. People are always happy to take pictures with me, take photos with me, take videos with me. Like they're always excited, like, oh, yo, yeah. You know what I'm saying? People have seen me on TV. So it's like, I wanted to do that again. I love going out there and people just being like, oh, hey, can I take a photo with you? Can I take a video with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always such a good time. And I always appreciate anyone who wants to take a video or a photo with me because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I go there for that reason. I go there because I want to make other people happy. I go there because I want to give the opportunity for me to you know, to make someone else's day better. Because sometimes somebody could be having a shitty day, and it's just a great thing to go out there and just kind of like talk with people and meet new people. Grow my fan base. You know what I'm saying? And when I say fan base, I don't mean that like in a sense of grow my fan base like I'm somebody popular or somebody like a celebrity, but to grow my fan base in a sense of people that like to follow my social media and keep in touch and stuff. It's always cool to to meet new people like that. So um yeah, it sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this shit sucks. It has left the most bitter feeling. And typically I don't let things get to me like that. And typically I don't um I don't allow for situations to bother me. Usually I just keep it moving. But with this situation, it's like, damn, you guys just did me so wrong. And this is not cool. This is not acceptable. So for me, I do plan to put complaints. So guys, like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you show support and make sure you get to this email. Send this email. Your feedback matters at StubHub.com. Your feedback matters at StubHub.com. That is the email website to send complaints. Make sure you send your complaints over there. Send your complaints over there because this is where you want to be. This is where you want to send the information so that you can send a complaint. Because if you guys ever ordered from StubHub and this has happened to you, or you guys decide in the future to order from StubHub and you decide not to, show your commitment to me here, this could screw you over. You know what I'm saying? This could potentially screw something up for you. What if you went to a concert or you wanted to go to a concert? And what if when you wanted to go to that concert, they sold your ticket? What if it was for like a concert for like a rap artist you really want to see? Or what if this was for a concert for like reggaeton that you want to see? Or what if this was for like a country singer a concert? What if this was like, you wanted to go to a pro football game for NFL? What if you wanted to go to an NBA game? What if you wanted to go to a UFC fight? What if you wanted to go to, I don't know, like something for your kids, and they sold the tickets? This would piss you off. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if it was a situation that you really wanted to go to. So it's like, you got to think about that. To me, I'm looking at this as a big picture. I'm looking at this as a much bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you buy a ticket for something and you end up not being able to go, that's going to suck. And that's the situation I'm in. I bought my ticket 25 days ago and they resold it. What if that was like for one of your kids? What if that was for like your mom? What if that was for your brother, your sister, your cousin? What if this was a Christmas gift? What if this was a Christmas gift? Like, Christmas is 2 days away. What if you bought a Christmas gift for someone in your family? And it's like that person is upset because the Christmas gift that you purchased is resold. What if this was a Christmas gift? Technically speaking, this was a Christmas gift to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's very upsetting. What if you had bought that for someone in your family? They're like, yo, I went to the event and they told me I can't get in. They said the ticket resold. What if I didn't see my emails today? What if I didn't respond to phone calls today on my cell phone? I would have never known, and I would have been up there in the front. You know what I'm saying? Trying to fight security or trying to fight the the ticket people in the front because I didn't know my ticket got resold. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I found this shit out late too, because they had this information sent to my email at like 8 o'clock in the morning. But I'm not thinking I don't have a ticket. I don't even remember. I don't even know what told me to check. It's weird. Like, I don't even know what told me to check. Because the thing was, I wasn't even checking my emails. I think it was I had been receiving phone calls. And I had gotten like 2 or 3 phone calls in a row. And I'm like, who the hell is this calling me? And they kept calling. So I'm saying, who the hell keeps calling me? And I see an 833 number. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck this is. So I'm not gonna pick it up, right? So I ended up not picking it up. And then for some odd reason, I guess I just started checking my emails. I don't know why. Something instinctively told me, check your emails. I'm not thinking it has nothing to do with the game. So then I start seeing these emails from StubHub talking about that my ticket is not available anymore. I'm like, yo, like, when your instinct is on point, your instinct is on point. And my instincts were on point for this game. Like, something kept telling me, yo, check your ticket, check your ticket, check your ticket. And I go to check the email, and I thought it was a scam. I said, yo, I'm going to call them directly. I Googled the phone number, and when I Googled the number that I Googled is different from the number that was calling me. So I'm like thinking, yeah, it's not that 833 number. Let me call these people back. Then I call them. They say they're going to try to find a resolution. They never call me back. Then when they do, there's still no resolution. And it happened to be the 833 number. So that number that kept blowing me up earlier today is the number that is from StubHub, even though it's not listed on like Google searches, is listed on StubHub. And they wanted to basically tell me, yo, this ticket is not available, but we could offer you like a ticket that's like 15, 20 rows back. Nah, son, I didn't pay for no 15, 20 rows back. It don't matter if I pay $1 for the ticket. If I pay $1 for the ticket and it's front row, you gotta give me a front row seat. It don't matter what price that shit sold for. It could be 50 cents, $1, $2. If that's what I bought it for, you have to give me that shit. And if you don't give me that, you need to give me something of equal value, not of equal dollar value. You gotta give me something of equal value. Equal value means same row for same row. I bought my ticket, row A, front row. You gotta give me row A, front row. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to match it dollar for dollar. They didn't want to match it row for row. So I ended up saying, yo, just give me the money back. There's no point. Why go to a game and sit 15 rows back, 20 rows back? I didn't pay for 15, 20 rows back. I paid for front row. And that's what I paid for. And that's what you got to give me. Whether it's $1, $100, $200, $800, $1,000. It don't matter whether I paid high, paid low, or in between. If you bought a front row seat, you deserve to be front row. No questions asked. No bullshitting. There should be no reason why right now at this moment I don't have a front row seat. Shit is crazy. I bought that shit 25 days ago. That shit's crazy. Crazy. And I'm not there right now. No front row seat. That is crazy. That is stupid. If you want to go ahead and leave a complaint and support, go to yourfeedbackmatters@stubhub.com. Well, don't go. That's not a website. Send an email to that link right there. That link is to send complaints to StubHub. Again, I'm covering the game right now. The score is still 10-9, and I'm also ranting at the same time. So, score is 10-9, third quarter, 13 minutes and 19 seconds to go. And I'm just ranting here because unfortunately the score hasn't changed much, and because of the fact that StubHub screwed me over my ticket. So that's just what it is at the moment. Right now, I'm so upset. I'm about to just fucking order me some like McDonald's or some shit because right now I don't even give two fucks about nothing. That's how pissed I am. That's how much I'm just like, yo, fuck this. I'm about to just order some McDonald's or some shit. Shit's bogus as fuck. But yeah, this shit's crazy, man. This don't make no kinds of sense. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you send your complaints. That's the email to send it to. If you guys want show support, send the email to yourfeedbackmatters@stubhub.com. Let them know how fucked up this is. Because it is pretty fucked up. I'll tell you that. This is like a Christmas gift gone down the drain. You feel me? Like, that's crazy. It's crazy right now. Score is still 10-9. It's the third quarter. The game is back from halftime, so looks like they've already started a few minutes ago, just like I was saying. 12 minutes, 24 seconds. It's Gators playing against UCF Knights. And right now, this live stream is a combination of ranting and a combination of score updates for the college game. So right now, that's just what it is at the moment. So, yep. It's crazy, though. I'm going to be pissed about this shit for a minute. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I try to, and it's crazy because you try to do things the right way. You try to buy tickets the right way. You try to, you know, not finesse the system. The system still finesses you regardless. No matter how much you try not to finesse, and no matter how much you try to do shit legit, there's always an opportunity for the system to screw you over. You feel me? Like this shit has me so mad. If I'm being honest, this has me so mad that I'm at the point where like I don't even want to go to like even the next season because the StubHub tickets are available for next season 2022, and they got pretty good pricing on there for what I want. But I don't even think I should even risk it because they might not even give me my seats. You feel me? I even mentioned that to them today. I said, yo, what if like right now, right? I'm buying season tickets and I wait a whole year to get my tickets because the seller don't want to send me the tickets because now he want to pump up the price and he want to sell the season tickets for $200 more, $500 more, whatever, right? How do I know that I'm not gonna get screwed out of my season tickets? Like I could get screwed out of that. I could be thinking I got like 6 or 7 games lined up for next year, no questions asked, right? And I end up with nothing. So that's another situation. And it's the same app, StubHub. They the ones with the same shit. So I'm saying to myself, bro, is this even going to be worth it? Because right now I want season tickets for next year for 2022, but StubHub, even though that's that's the one that's offering it, I'm like, what if I end up, in a situation where I buy the season tickets and then they come and tell me, yo, this shit is like not available no more. Like the same result can happen, the same thing can happen. Be like, yo, thinking hyped. Oh yeah, I got the whole season chilling, and then boom, it hit me with like a month before, or a week before, or a day before, like they did this time. It'd be like, oh yeah, we don't have. At that point, how you gonna replenish me back in that situation? Like, are you gonna replenish me back like the whole $4,000, or you about to, you know what I'm saying? You about to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try to give you, a seat in the middle, a seat in the back, for the whole season. Because I ain't finna do that. That shit's definitely out. No way I'm gonna be doing that. Ain't no way, no how. So gotta be bugging. That's why I was like, yo, you got me fucked up on that one. Straight fucked up on that one. That shit got me not wanting to get the season for next year. It'd be like, yo, I'm gonna just watch all this shit from the crib. Like, why even bother? You can't even get, legitimacy when you're doing shit the right way. Don't make no kinds of sense. But yeah, that's what it is right now. I'm here at the crib streaming the game. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't go live. I don't know what's going on. How do they sell your ticket? Scores 10-9. Nobody still has scored. 3 minutes and 17 seconds are gone. Right now I'm trying to add my face to the stream so y'all can see. For some reason it ain't catching me. Is it catching me? It's catching me a little bit now, but it ain't really catching, so I'm gonna turn it back off. It ain't really catching right now. So that goes to show you today is just not my day, you feel me? It's just one of them days where ain't shit popping. Game ain't popping. You know what I'm saying? Like showing my face, that ain't gonna happen. And then to top it off, I found out earlier today that one of my cards, one of my credit cards that I have more than one of them shits had fucking uh what's it called, like fraud charges on it. I'm like, where the fuck are these places? Because I have never seen these places. So I'm checking my emails again today, and I seen that. I called that shit right away and say, yo, I need a replacement card because somebody out here trying to finesse my shit, and they trying to go ahead and you feel me? They trying to like take my credit card and use it how they want to use it. I was like, yo, get that shit replaced and give me the money back if they took any money out of it, because it looked like they took some out, but it looked like they didn't get much. So now they're gonna credit me back all that. It's crazy. So yeah, this is crazy right now. Scores 10-9. I'll be honest with you. Maybe it's better for me I didn't even go to this game because this score right now is looking trash. 10-9 score. Ain't not much going on in this game at the moment. The first half was pretty much the whole score, nothing yet. If you guys want to send a complaint, email that yourfeedbackmatters@stubhub.com. Send your feedback on there. Let them know that this is not the way to conduct business. That for a buyer to not have a guarantee when they pay for something, they should get what they paid for. And to not get what you paid for, and to get less than what you paid for, and to not get a guarantee, and to not get an exact suitable replacement or an exact match of what you bought, is a bunch of bullshit. It's like you going and Let's say you get approved. You get approved for a car loan. You get approved for that car loan, and the loan is approved for a BMW. And then they come on and be like, "Yo, unfortunately, we can't give you that, but yo, we could go ahead and give you this Toyota Camry." You feel me? We give you the Toyota Camry, no problem, no questions asked. How the fuck is that the same value? You feel me? It's not the same value. Yeah, you gave me a car, but a BMW and a Toyota Camry, that ain't the same car. That's how they try to finesse me. It's like they try to give me a ticket, but they want to give me a ticket and put me at a spot where I didn't pay for. I paid for front row. You want to give me a midsection seat. How is that an equal value trade? How is that an equal replacement? How is that giving me what I originally paid for? It's not. Same shit. You go to BMW, you end up driving out with a Toyota Camry. That's not the same fucking deal you signed up for. I signed up for a deal. This is what I expect to get. I shouldn't even have to request a refund. You should have just gave me what I paid for, period. It's just been one kind of roller coaster, ridiculous kind of day. But for those tuning in, I want to say, by the way, thank you so much so far. A few of you guys have stopped by. I've got 4 likes on the video so far, so I appreciate the love and support on that. Doing everything that I can, you know what I'm saying, to be able to talk about different things, different topics, and just kind of express myself more. And I think that I want to use this platform not only just for sports, but I want to use this platform for situations like this, because I think that a lot of people run into these kind of situations and they don't have a resolution, or the resolution that's provided isn't suffice to meet the given situation. So, with that being said, I feel like this is an opportunity for me to, as I continue to grow my platforms, that this is an opportunity for us to be able to go ahead and discuss, real life issues. You know what I'm saying? And when I say real life issues, I don't mean the game itself. I mean like you buying things and you not getting what you purchased for, regardless of what it is, an event, a product, a service, a situation. You should be able to get what you paid for. And when you don't get what you paid for, then why the fuck would you be selling what you're selling? You know what I'm saying? So right now, looks like the UCF Knights just went up 15-10. It's the third quarter, 10 minutes remaining. It's probably better off that I didn't go to this game, because right now, the way the score is looking, it's looking like the Gators ain't even going to show up. It looks like they started off okay, and now looks like the Knights are taking over. So right now, the score is 15-10. Looks like now it's 16-10. They just got the 1 point field goal. So 16-10, UCF Knights are up. Third quarter, 10 minutes remaining. And again, guys, do not buy from StubHub. They screwed me out of this game tonight. Make sure you guys are buying only from legitimate locations. I know StubHub has been promoted and advertised for years to be legit, but that shit is not legit. They can resell your shit and you end up asked out. And you shouldn't be asked out. Feel me? Pause, no pun intended. But right now the score is 16-10. 16-10 is just updated. 16-10. So yeah, my rant right now is about the fact that I'm not front row. I had the Gator costume ready. I left work 2 hours early. I was going pumped and ready to go. And they pulled the rug. Like they said, they pulled the rug from beneath me. That's exactly what happened. They pulled that rug from beneath me. They legit stole this ticket from me. A ticket that I bought again on November 28th. November 28th, I bought this ticket. It is today, December 23rd. This ticket was purchased 25 days ago. Think about that. Think about if you bought some shit almost a month ago and you mad hyped about it and you don't get it. You feel me? That's where I'm at right now. It's not like I bought this shit yesterday. I bought this shit a month ago. And they never said nothing about being a problem with the ticket for an entire month. A whole month went by and they never said shit about anything wrong with the ticket. And guess what happens? They wait on game day. How you wait on game day? The official day for me to show up. You wait on game day. If I didn't check my emails, I would have never even known that I wasn't gonna have a ticket. I would have showed up at the stadium looking stupid. I would have showed up at the stadium raising hell right now at Raymond James Stadium because I would have been thinking this ticket is legit, and this ticket ain't even legit no more because it's no longer available. How do you resell something? You can't resell some shit if I didn't put it up for resale. When I paid for it, the ticket is officially mine. You feel me? The only way that ticket should be able to be resold is if I decided to put the ticket up for resale. If I do that, then the ticket should be allowed to be resold, relisted, reposted. I never put this seat to be relisted. So how the hell you gonna resell something that ain't even on sale? It's not available to be sold. But you went and sold my shit anyways. Like, how do you go and sell somebody's shit? You ain't even the owner of it no more. You feel me? That's why there has to be new policies entered. When the ticket is sold, it's got to be sent within 24 hours, 48 hours, within 7 days. Something's got to be legit and concrete. And the reps at StubHub try to tell me, oh yeah, we're updating our systems and our apps so that when people buy tickets, it'll have a barcode, and then the barcode would be sent to you, and then nobody could resell your ticket. Bro, that's a whole bunch of baloney and bunch of bullshit. StubHub been operating like this for years. They not finna change shit. That's why here I'm advocating to not use StubHub. Do not use StubHub. I'm telling you guys, do not use StubHub. That shit is not worth the money. It's not worth it. You end up paying. You think you got something on lock. It's like, for example, WrestleMania. I want to go to WrestleMania this year in Dallas, Texas. How do I know buying through StubHub, they're not going to fuck that up too? See what I'm saying? This goes outside just this Florida Gators game versus UCF. This is like, you know, WrestleMania could be impacted because of shit like that. Concerts can be impacted. You know what I'm saying? Basketball games, boxing fights, UFC. Shit, I want to go to a UFC one day. I never been to a UFC live event. What if I buy that shit through StubHub? Gonna be fucked. Trying to show up at the gate. Yo, I got a ticket. Bam, they scan that shit. Sorry, sir, that shit ain't scanning. What you mean? I paid for it. Yeah, it ain't scanning. It ain't popping. That happened to a couple people. That happened to a couple people not too long ago when I went like a few months back for the Bama versus Gators game. Actually, been a while, probably been like 3 months. But when I went to that, they was out there talking shit about like three people pulled up, and their ticket had gotten resold. And these people drove from out of state. Like they drove from out of state to come to the Bama versus Florida game. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna do stuff like that? People driving from Alabama all the way to Florida, and their tickets are not guaranteed. So you mean to tell me that somebody could drive from Alabama to Florida, drive like 8 hours, and then they got to drive back home? It's crazy. That shit is crazy. They almost did that to me when I drove to Louisiana. I drove to Louisiana 10, 12 hours. They gonna come out talking about they sold my parking pass, and then they're gonna talk about my ticket might have been sold too, so I may not be able to go to the game. I said, yo, if y'all tell me that I drove 10 or 12 hours for this game and my ticket is sold, I said, I'll fucking hurt somebody. I will definitely hurt somebody. I said, and I ain't looking for no refunds. I said, this bullshit if you think you're gonna fuck me over like that. They almost did. They almost did. And then they ended up not reselling my Louisiana ticket, but they did resell the parking pass, which was almost like half the price of the ticket. Because the Louisiana game against LSU was 500 and the parking pass was like 250, 280. So they sold my pass and they had to refund me the money. And then they were about to fucking try to refund me the ticket to sell it to somebody else. Bro, I think StubHub is a bunch of fucking scam artists. That shit is a straight scam. They talking about these tickets are being sold by reputable individuals. If they reputable, why is they able to go ahead and pull their tickets back and resell them bitches on game day? That shouldn't even be possible. You feel me? Like on game day? Like hours before the game's about to start? and you out here about to do this shit. I'm telling you, yo, send your complaints, send your concerns, let them know you out here showing support for your boy, and let them know their standards have to change. Your feedback matters at StubHub.com. That's where you email. That's not an actual website. That's where you send your email and send your complaints. If this has happened to you, I recommend you do it. This is the second time this shit happened to me. And if it hasn't happened to you, you are likely to become a victim next. So send in your complaints so that bullshit like this doesn't happen to you or to others that you know buying on this website. This is a bunch of grade A bullshit. This should have never happened. Never. Right now, checking on the score, it's still 16-10. Gators are losing by 6. And right now, it's still the third quarter, 9 minutes and 6 seconds to go. Again, the UCF Knights are beating the Florida Gators 16-10 in Raymond James Stadium today on December 23rd, 2021. Gators are down by 6 right now. It is the third quarter with 9 minutes and 6 seconds to go. But yeah, I mean, if somebody wants to go ahead and drop some comments, we'll go ahead and put the comments on here so I can go ahead and give you a shout out. You know what I'm saying? Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you think StubHub needs to do better to fix these kind of situations. Let me know what you guys think that you would suggest so that I can add it to the feedback. If you guys don't want to send an email, drop a comment and let me know a suggestion so that I can add it on there. Something that I haven't already stated, or if I stated something, but you have a better way of phrasing it so that when I send the email to them, we can make sure that the message is delivered. Let me know. Drop it in the comments. Let me know. Send me a direct message on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, by email if you got my email. Send it to me via text if you got my phone number. Send it any way possible. Send me all ideas and suggestions so that I can be able to go ahead and make sure that I make a very compelling argument, because these are the kind of situations that can ruin events, that can ruin experiences, that can ruin family time. You know, like, what if I would have bought like 5 tickets for me and my cousins to go? You know what I'm saying? Think about that. It'd be like 5 of us asked out right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if I would have bought, you know, tickets for like, for like my mom to see an artist that she likes to see it live, and then she shows up and she can't enter the gate because her concert ticket got sold because StubHub ain't responsible. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if you want to go to like a Christmas event and it's on StubHub? You can't go because your shit got resold. You show up to the place, you ain't even know your shit got resold. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different outcomes and situations and different amounts of people that this could impact and that it is impacting. And that's the reason why I'm stating that this is, this is beyond just not being able to go to the game anymore. This is like something that we need to join forces and advocate, because this is the kind of situation that could screw things up. If you want to go to WrestleMania and you buy through StubHub, you might end up with no ticket. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, one of the people that I know, that he's a LSU fan. He says that I think something like that happened to him. I think he was going to like a wrestling event, and what ended up happening was is that at the wrestling event, they tried to tell him, "Oh, this section, you can't be here." And he was like, "What you mean? I paid for this section." They were like, "Yeah, the barcode's not scanning out." What you mean? So they tried to tell him to go sit in the nosebleeds. He was like, "I paid for this area." So then they said, "Well, I think they resold your ticket." He's like, "Well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere like further back because I paid for the front." And they ended up giving him like ringside seats. So he ended up getting even better seats than what he initially paid for. You know what I'm saying? So, he lucked out in that situation. Me, not so much. I didn't luck out in the situation. They wanted to offer me a worse seat than a better seat. So it is what it is. Right now, we're streaming the game. 8 minutes 42 seconds. 16-10. Gators losing. And right now, not too much going on the Gators side, so they ain't even scoring much at the moment. But yeah, I'm baffled. Straight baffled at the moment. It's crazy. It's just crazy how unprofessional and how this shit turns out. But right now, score is 16-10. Gators still losing by 6. Not too much action going on right now. I appreciate everyone who gave a like to this video, because whenever you guys like, comment, or subscribe, it allows the videos to go into the algorithm, and it allows it to have a better opportunity of being shared with other people who may have an interest in the same kind of, conversations that are going on here, whether it's sports related, whether it's business related, whether it's us talking about something regarding, something that impacts people's given situations, etc. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think I'm going to use live streams and use this platform for other topics like this, so that we can discuss these things, because these kind of situations is crazy. As a matter of fact, another topic that I want to talk about briefly is the fact that when I went to a Gators game against, I forgot what team it was, but we were playing somebody at the Swamp. There was a gentleman next to me with his wife and kids, and he was getting upset that he paid for season tickets, and he tried to tell me that the seat that I was sitting in was one of his seats. So he was trying to scam me, and I had my ticket on the digital version on the cell phone in the app, and that became a discrepancy. I'm gonna talk about that in another video, because I want to show photos of him, and I want to show photos of his wife. So if you guys happen to see this person, you guys can tell me who this person is, because apparently he says that he's like a low profile, high end celebrity or something, and his wife tried to tell me the same thing. And if that's how celebrities act when they're at college football games or any events, I'll tell you this: I don't want to be friends with none of them, because these people were straight stuck up. So that's another video that's going to be separate. It was at a Gators game, but that one, I want to show pictures, I want to show videos, I want to show where I was at. I want to articulate more on the conversation of what I talked to with the staff manager at the time. So, that's another situation where, even though it's related to a Florida Gators game, this one is more related to how the situation was mishandled, and me being in a city where I don't look nothing like the people that live there. Had that situation escalated to something more, whether it be with security or policemen, etc., I could have ended up in jail with my gator costume on, because people were out there trying to use their privileged power in their city, in their place of comfort, in their place of where they're well known. So um that's a separate topic, it's a different situation, but I'm going to touch base on that another time. But yeah, right now, let's see if there are any score updates. Okay, the Gators actually making a comeback. They just took the lead. They were just losing 16-10. It looks like they scored a touchdown, and after the touchdown, they made a 1 point field goal. 1 point field goal is good. So the Gators are officially now up 17-16. They just took the lead. So Gators score update. Gators score update. They are up 17-16. They are now up 17-16. Score update. At the moment right now, they have taken the lead by 1 point. Taking the lead by 1 point. For those just tuning in, the Gators are up by 1 point, 17-16. Third quarter, 7 minutes, 57 seconds remaining at this juncture of the game. So right now the score is close. It is now a tight score. So right now 17-16. Thank you for all those people who left a like on the video. Got a couple likes on there, so I appreciate that. And let me know if there's any other topics that you guys would like to talk about, not just about sports, but in general, so I can go ahead and do more live streams and we can do more topics on this. Leave your feedback at yourfeedbackmatters@stubhub.com. That is the email to send your correspondence, to send a complaint of how StubHub tends to handle these kinds of situations where they're allowing sellers to be able to go ahead and resell tickets at the option of them profiting more, and then you end up asked out and you end up not being able to go to a game. So leave a comment, guys. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. and let me know if you agree or disagree with what I'm saying. And let me know if you have any ideas, suggestions, alternatives, so that I can go ahead and make sure that I add it to the email when I go ahead and send my complaint. For anyone who has experienced StubHub, that is the that is where you can send your complaint. Your feedback matters at StubHub.com. And if you haven't experienced it yet, I can assure you that if you buy through them, you will have this experience one day. So send your complaints, send ideas, send suggestions, or send them my way. I'll add it to my email and I'll send it over there. Again, the score right now 17-16, 7 minutes, 54 seconds in the third quarter. The game is being hosted in Tampa Bay, Florida, in the Raymond James Stadium. Tampa Bay, Florida, in Raymond James Stadium. The score is 17-16 right now. Gators are up by 1. It is a close game now. And I'm about to order me some McDonald's or some shit here because I ain't even trying to. I've been eating healthier, but today I'm like in such an aggravated mood. I'm like, fuck this. I don't even care at the moment. Like what the fuck? I don't even care. I'm just gonna eat whatever I want. Probably gonna get me something from McDonald's. That's just what it is. If you guys want me to tune in to the Thursday night game, I could do that too. Let me see if the Thursday night game is still going on. Let's see. I'm gonna check right now if the Thursday night game is still going. It should be because I think the Thursday night game probably started not too long ago. So I'm pretty sure the game is still on for the NFL side, the NFL Pro side. Let me see if there's anything here. Right now, let's see. I'm still waiting for this to upload. Anybody watching the NFL game at the moment? Anybody want score updates on that game right now? Anybody want to tune in to the comments section and let me know how you feel about the Gators game? Let me know how you feel about the NFL Thursday night game. Let me know how you feel about anything in general. Drop a comment. Don't be shy. I'll be giving shout outs for anyone who decides to tune in. Anybody that wants to drop a comment, an idea, a suggestion. Let's see. Right now, San Francisco is up 10-0, beating Tennessee at the half. So right now, it looks like Tennessee is currently losing 10-0, which is a very pivotal game right now for Tennessee. A big time pivotal game for Tennessee. Yep. So guys, what I'm gonna do is since I think I may have ranted enough about the Gators game, I am going to switch over. Going to create a new broadcast, and I am going to switch over to speaking about 49ers versus the Titans. So I'm going to shut this one down, reopen a new broadcast, and we're going to talk about 49ers versus the Titans. 49ers versus the Titans. Going to switch up. Let's do it. Let's end this night on a positive note.